Hello, welcome back. I'm Joseph Hagan, and welcome back to Kids Talk. May is our month to be grateful. Today we're interviewing some community members who we're grateful for are veterans, teachers, firemen, and health workers. We're going to ask them about their jobs and their experience helping others. We're going to be interviewing Mr. Jack Waugh, a Vietnam veteran. How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. So I guess first things first, what led up to you joining the Army?
Well, it wasn't the Army, it was the Navy.
Oh.
I was in the Navy.
All right.
I was born and raised in Berkeley Springs, about 3 blocks from here. Graduated from Berkeley Springs High School in 1966. And that was the beginning of the Vietnam era, the Vietnam War. Of course, back then, it's not like it is now, it was all voluntary back then. We had a man named Uncle Sam. And I don't know if you know who I'm referring to as Uncle Sam. That's the government. The government had the draft system. Uncle Sam come knocking on your door when you turned 18, you went with him. So instead of being drafted and going to Vietnam and crawling around the jungle and taking a chance of not coming back, I decided to enlist in the Navy. And back then they had a program called the Kiddie Cruise. If you enlisted in the Navy before you turned 18, you got out the day before you was 21. So I enlisted 10 days before my 18th birthday, which was September 15th, 1966. And I served 3 years and 10 days. I got out 25th September 1969.
What was it like a daily routine?
In the Navy?
Yeah. After basic.
Well, after basic training. Basic training was an experience. I've never been away from home in my life. Of course, back in, it's hard for the younger folks to realize that pace of life back there was about 3,000 times slower than what it is now. You know, I went to the Great Lakes in Illinois, basic training for approximately 4 months, and then got orders to Lakehurst, New Jersey. I was an aviation mechanic, but starting out on the base, I was assigned to the crash crew, which is the fire department. Lakehurst is a test facility where they tested catapult systems for the ships, for the aircraft carriers, and they also tested the catch cables, the big steel catch cables where the planes come in, the hook, the hook hit the,
catch it.
Right. They tested the cables for strength, and they was always trying to update the cables for durability. But I got assigned to that. I was in there for about a year and on the crash crew, which we worked 24-hour shifts, 4 on and 4 off, 4 on the runway. There's always if there's a plane taking off or landing, there always had to be a fire truck on the runway. So we worked 4-hour shifts. You sat in the truck for 4 hours, then you went back to the shack, and the next 4 hours you went back out, and this went for 24 hours. You had 24 on, 24 off, your duty was. So I worked there for about a year, and I got orders to the HC2, which was Helicopter Combat Squadron, which was stationed in one of the big hangars, the blimp hangars, or the lighter than air craft, that where the Hindenburg actually blew up at. That's where our squadron was stationed in. And I served there the remaining time of my enlistment. They took tours out anywhere from 9 months to 15 months. Your squadron had to go out to sea on different aircraft carriers. While you was back at the base, you were more or less support. We took care of the aircraft, fueled them, maintenance on them, just general overall, make sure the aircraft were, fit to go and fit to fly.
So that's pretty awesome, and the fact that you signed up for it. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I'm just saying, this is Mr. Jack Waugh. Remember to tell any veterans, firemen, anyone who has served your community or your country, thank you for your service, and see you next time.